Hey, Florida Beach Hunter here. Today I want to talk about the best way to get sugarcane started in your yard. Now, this applies to the home garden, not to a commercial sugarcane growing operation. So what sugarcane needs to get started is it needs a cane with some joints that have the little bud, and it needs warmth and moisture, and that's all it needs. And there are many ways to accomplish that, but I'm going to show you the way that I have the best results with. I live in Florida. It works for me pretty much all year round, as long as the temperature is in the above 70 degrees or above the mid 60s. The sugarcane will root, and so let's have a look at the way I do it and have the best success. Okay, here is my basic setup for rooting sugarcane. It is a 5-gallon bucket from Home Depot, and it has water in it. In this particular one, I have about 5 or 6 inches of water in the bottom. And on one of the canes that I harvested, this is the top of the cane. Okay, this particular part of the cane isn't very sweet, and it's usually skinny. So rather than trying to eat it or juice it, I just hack it off and leave a couple of joints. And you can see what I mean by joints. For those of you who don't know, it's kind of like bamboo. Sugarcane is like bamboo. It has these stem sections, and then it has a hard joint. Okay, and at each one of these joints, there is a little bud. You see that's what's going to grow into the new cane. And as you can see, this has sprouted some nice roots. All I did was I cut this, I put it down into the water, like that, and I just let it sit. I put it in a sunny spot. I look at the water, and if it gets too dirty, if it gets little mosquito larvae in it, or if it gets any kind of slimy mold, I change the water and spray it with the hose to spray off any mold from the cane. Usually I have more problems with mold in the summer when the temperatures are in the 90s. This particular cane has been in the water about 3 weeks. The roots are slower this time of year. Okay, that's February here in Central Florida, so the roots are growing a little slower, but I'm not having a problem with mosquitoes or mold. So let's have a close look at the roots. So this is still about 3 weeks worth of root growth. During the summer I could do this in 1 week. And as you can tell here, this is going to be a nice cane. There's another little bud there, another one here. And so when this actually could be planted right now. Okay, this is ready to plant. And when I plant these, I could plant it straight up and down like this in the pot or in the ground. I have much better luck in pots, because our soil here is so sandy and acidic that it's hit or miss as to whether the cane gets off to a good start. So you could either plant it straight up and down, or you could plant it at an angle like that. You just want to make sure all those little buds are pointing in an upward direction when you plant it. Okay, it doesn't have to be straight up, but just as long as they're not pointing down. Okay, now I'm going to show you a picture of another cane that I rooted a couple weeks ago, and it has, you can see how many roots it has on it, and I planted it out, and this is what it looks like now. Okay, this is what it looks like now, and you can see this was the main bud when I planted it, but as you can see, it's got more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 canes coming up from this one planting. Another thing you could do is you don't actually have to plant. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 joints that I'm planting. You could actually cut the cane right here, and you could just plant this one joint right here. Alright, and that would grow 1 or maybe 2 plants, and that's what I did here. If you take a look at this little guy, I just cut one joint, and you can see it's sending up a nice spike there. And you could do this perhaps if you wanted to grow a nice straight row of canes that wasn't a big jumbled up mess of canes. Like for instance this one's going to put up 5 canes, and once it gets started it'll probably put up another 5. So I might have 10 or 15 canes coming up from this one plant. And they'll bend and they'll sprawl all over the place. But if you want to keep it nice and straight, you could plant them like this, and it's more likely to grow up as straight canes. And I believe that's the way they do it when they grow canes for juicing, as opposed to growing canes for sugar. You can see how the roots are growing. Now this cane has been in the water about 4 or 5 days. Okay, and those roots were not really in evidence when I put it in the water. And you can see right here, there's a little sprout getting ready to come out. So this thing's ready to go. And you can see other roots down in there, the little white frilly roots starting. This one here, this is the biggest cane I have as far as sprouts. Here's a sprout coming out right there, you can see it. And roots, and then another sprout coming out down lower. So this one I want to get in the ground right now. Okay, so I bought some sugarcane juice, which they had a machine there that juiced the sugarcane, and it was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Much better than what I got at the St. Petersburg Saturday morning market. So I bought a couple pieces of cane from varieties that I don't have, and this one, as you can see, I put it in the water and it's already got roots coming out. So this is going to go in some soil within the next day. And you can even see where right here this eye is starting to swell. This eye is starting to swell here. So they're gonna be growing really well.